10 Simple Ways to Use Tea Tree Oil for Acne Scars. Does tea tree oil help acne scars? Tea tree oil acne scars research indicates that it lightens acne scars and scars from injuries without causing unwanted side effects. It contains terpinen 4, an antimicrobial component that kills the bacteria that cause acne. It heals wounded skin. It moisturizes and restores the skin's natural oil balance. It penetrates deep into pores to remove toxins and prevent the clogging that causes acne and lightens the scars. It reduces inflammation and removes dead skin cells to minimize scars. How to use tea tree oil for acne scars. It is extremely potent. It should be used in combination with other natural ingredients that keep skin healthy and lighten scars, and it should be used in small amounts. Try all the methods below until you find the one that works best for you. 1. Tea tree oil with extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil purifies pores and moisturizes skin. Mix 2 drops with 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Apply mixture to clean skin and leave on 10 minutes. Wipe off with tissues. Repeat daily. 2. Diluted tea tree oil. Mix 1/2 teaspoon with 2 teaspoons of water. Apply to clean skin and leave on a few hours or overnight. Rinse with water and pat dry. Apply natural moisturizer like organic coconut oil. Repeat daily to get rid of acne scars. 3. Tea tree oil and baking soda. Baking soda exfoliates to remove dead skin cells and lighten scars while restoring the skin's pH level. Mix 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 2 drops, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Massage into clean skin, rubbing gently in circular motions. Rinse with water, pat dry, and apply natural moisturizer. Repeat 3 times a week. 4. Tea tree oil and brown sugar. When used as a scrub, brown sugar gradually melts to exfoliate without causing irritation, and it contains glycolic acid which diminishes blemishes and scars. Tea tree oil and rose water for acne are an incredible 1-2 punch. Mix 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of rose water, and 3 drops. Massage into clean skin, rubbing gently in circular motions. Rinse with water and pat dry. Repeat 3 times a week. 5. Tea tree oil and aloe vera. Aloe vera soothes, softens, and moisturizes skin, and it repairs damaged skin cells. For added benefit, mix in the oil from 2 vitamin E capsules, which helps heal damaged skin. Mix 2 drops with 1 tablespoon of aloe vera gel. Apply to clean skin and leave on until dry. Rinse with cool water and pat dry. Repeat daily. 6. Tea tree oil and honey. Honey moisturizes skin, bleaches away scars, kills the bacteria that cause acne, and helps heal breakouts. Mix 1 tablespoon of raw, organic honey with 2 drops. Apply to clean skin and massage for 5 minutes. Leave on 20 minutes or until dry. Rinse with cool water and pat dry. Repeat daily. 7. Tea tree oil and sandalwood. Sandalwood removes excess oil and exfoliates to detoxify pores and lighten scars. Mix 2 tablespoons of sandalwood powder, and 3 drops with enough rose water to make a paste. Apply as a face mask and leave on until dry. Wet your fingers and massage gently. Wash with cool water and pat dry. Repeat daily. 8. Tea tree oil and chickpea flour. Mix 2 drops with 1 tablespoon extra virgin olive oil. Massage into skin and leave on 5 minutes. In a blender, mix 2 tablespoons of chickpea flour, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, and 2 tablespoons of plain Greek yogurt. Apply as a mask and leave on 15 minutes. Wet your hands and gently massage in circular motion for 5 minutes. Rinse with cool water and pat dry. Apply natural moisturizer. Repeat 3 times a week. 9. Tea tree oil and lemon juice. Lemon juice kills the bacteria that cause acne, and it bleaches away scars. Mix 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 2 drops, and 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice in a container. Close container and shake vigorously to emulsify into smooth, lotion-like consistency. Apply to clean skin and leave on 15 minutes. Massage for 5 minutes with wet fingers. Rinse with cool water and pat dry. Repeat daily. You can store this mixture in refrigerate for 3 days. Do not apply to broken skin. 10. Tea tree oil with baking soda and lemon juice. Mix 3 drops, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice, and 1/2 teaspoon of water. Apply to clean skin and leave on 15 minutes. Rinse with lukewarm water and pat dry. Apply natural moisturizer like organic coconut oil. Best tea tree oil for acne scars. Always use 100% pure Australian tea tree essential oil. Thursday Manor, Desert Essence, and Tea Tree Wonders are trusted brands that can be ordered online. As of now, they can't be found in stores. These brands may seem expensive, but they do not contain harmful chemicals and they don't cause side effects. Remember to dilute tea tree oil when using it to fade acne scars, otherwise it may cause irritation or itching. Tips and precautions. For best results, follow the advice below when using tea tree oil to lighten acne scars. Always dilute it with water or carrier oils such as olive oil, coconut oil, or sunflower oil. Use of undiluted oil may cause irritation, blistering, redness, itching, and over-drying. Use lotions and soaps that contain tea tree oil. Use tea tree oil remedies short-term to avoid skin irritation. Before starting regular treatments, do a patch test to find out if you are allergic to it. If you experience allergic reactions, consult your doctor. Get regular exercise, eat a healthy diet, and stay hydrated.